Action! Hey guys. Sorry, we've been talking so much about food, so I'm a bit what's the word now? No, I'm having multiple foodgasms. Welcome to another episode of Me, Her, and Everything Else. Guys, get in here. Today we are talking about food. Sorry, I don't know why I'm shouting. This is how much I love food. I know you guys love food as well. Don't act like you don't. Anyways, I have got the number one food blogger, food reviewer, food content creator.
Anything. Critic. Well,
food critic extraordinaire. Opeyemi
Famakin.
Famakin, sorry.
Yeah, Opeyemi is fine.
Opeyemi is in the building. So, first of all, I need to thank you for allowing me to put on about 3 kg. Yeah, this is your fault.
Welcome to the club.
Welcome. We're all suffering.
To the club.
My own is going to my back though.
I'm a pregnant man. I'm like 3 months pregnant.
Yeah, that's cute. You know, some girls like that.
No, I want to lose the pregnancy. For December, 30 December, I want hopefully 4 abs. But if God blesses me, maybe just a flat stomach.
Yeah, I think flat stomach is a bit more realistic, especially the way you be going to
Is that a challenge?
Yeah,
I love challenges. So you heard it here. Stephanie said I cannot get for abs. So
all right, I'm going to see you outside in December.
Maybe 2.
Why? No, don't reduce it. It's 4 abs. That's it.
2 and 2 ghost ones and 2...
2 ghosts?
2 bold ones and 2 shy ones.
I can see where this is going. But it's okay. So first of all, tell me, how did you get into this? Did you study anything to do with food in school?
So if you Google what a food critic is, it's basically a journalist whose beat is to report food. Like a sports journalist now who, reports sports, doesn't really have to know how to play football. He just needs to know about the sport. So yeah, and I studied mass communication.
Yeah, so I
majored in journalism in university. So it's there's a lot of story, but yeah, that.
So hold on, did you tell your parents, what did you do before you became food critic?
So growing up, when other people's parents were taking them abroad for Disneyland and stuff, mine was taking me and my siblings around the world for food. So I grew up doing this unofficially, we travel to different countries. I've been to 12 countries on my parents' money when I was younger, just to explore their food. Yes. So there was that. Then there's obsessively watching food content on YouTube, which I still do. It's a problem.
A lot of us have that problem.
But it pays off. So there's that. Then I went to university, studied mass communication. I was a journalist for some years. Then I became an editor and I was this is too easy. Then I switched to advertising. So it was there that my eyes opened that, this thing I'm doing. So the story that made me be serious with this, again, I hope I'm not boring you guys. We were in the office and a brand came to our office, a food brand, that they want to do a campaign and they needed influencers. And they were calling other lifestyle influencers, beauty influencers for food. And I'm can't we use food influencers? And they said, no, we don't really have food influencers in Nigeria. And that was February. So I said before, I was use me, I have 5K followers. And they were nobody knows you, nobody cares about you. It was just office band. And I told them before the year ends, I'll be the biggest food influencer.
Come on.
And yeah, so I worked in advertising. I had the tools to, I knew what to do. I knew what the brands wanted. I knew how to
you had the eye, right?
Yes, and there were some people before me. I studied them, and yeah, the rest is
history, as they say.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So when you told your parents that, okay, I'm actually going to become a food critic, what did they say?
Before I had a job and I quit the job.
Of course.
But before I quit, for 6 months, I didn't touch my salary. So if you tell your parents that, I want to resign my job, but for the past 6 months, I've not touched my salary. I've been any more than my salary. I don't think any parent would say no. Also, too, they encouraged me. They took us traveling.
Yeah, it's kind of their fault, to be honest. They would buy me chef books and
yeah. Nobody was shocked when I said I was resigning to do this full time. Even my bosses, they were finally.
Well, I don't understand. Is it that you talk about food 24/7? You go out a lot
in the office,
to eat?
I'll get queries. During lunch break, I would order food and do a tripod. During I got many queries. So everybody knew that I was that guy. So they were finally congrats and everything.
Yeah, you're following your dreams.
There was no bad blood.
Because they're just
there was a joke that the office is my side job and this food is my main job. My bosses used to tell me that. So yeah, everybody saw it coming. nobody was surprised or shocked.
No, that's good. It's like, someone that's always singing around the office and it's like, finally, you have been signed to a record label, get out. Oh, no, it's good now. So now you're around touring the world, touring Nigeria, eating food and making us... You said Africa.
Africa fun. I don't care about the world.
You don't? Okay, well, that's good. So that means you just be... I understand. It's fine.
Also, so I've been to those places before. Say something, so it's like, been there, done that. Let's focus on Africa.
Okay, I love that. Yes. And to be honest, a lot. We have so much to explore in Africa, even Nigeria alone.
No one
like
is
even
telling our stories. That's like the major reason why I do this.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, let me tell you something. Colonizers are telling our stories because you know what they're doing. They're jacking our dishes and rebranding them and just saying, okay, this is something like. I was going to mention a certain dish, but this is whatever.
The one in the UK that's selling it on the shelves.
Which one is that one?
I saw like one shop selling like egusi and...
Oh no, that one is actually owned by an African...
Okay.
Yeah, that one is actually owned by Nigerians. We know
jacking
them.
Our food, like I'm curious, which...
No, jacking, like, as in like maybe somebody that's like European, they come and then they see a dish and then they just take it and run with it. Okay, so let me just be frank. There's Mr. Puffs, right?
Okay.
In Canada. And they've started branding Puff Puff as like a dessert, which is a company that I also own here. So when I saw that, I saw the comments and everyone was like, the colonizers have come.
What if I told you that Nigeria does not own Puff Puff?
No, but it was an African dish, right? It was an African dessert.
Okay.
Who is it? Wait, who is it? Who made this thing popular? Who called it Puff Puff at least? Is it not African?
Beautiful. So let's divert. So I went to Ghana and...
Or else I'm going to catch L. I don't catch L.
Nigerians, when it comes to food, we are in our head. We think we own everything. We think we are the best. We think
are the best.
Until we leave other countries.
I don't care.
In Africa, if you are calling the top 5 food destinations or like the places that have the best food, Nigeria is not there. But every Nigerian would argue with you.
I'm arguing with you now.
On the food map, if you call places, you call Ethiopia, you call Morocco, you call Senegal, you call South Africa, you call Kenya. Even Ghana is beating us like on the food
it's
map.
like you want to fight me,
no,
sorry.
It's not fights.
It's like you want to fight me.
So like Ghana is ahead of us in the African
Who's ahead
food
of
map.
us?
Ghana, small Ghana. Yeah.
Ghana that lost the
exactly.
match at the
You
World
said the
Cup.
egg, but on the world food map, Ghana is beating us.
What do they have? Do you know, I don't want to fight with my Ghanaian sisters and brothers today. Just leave that one.
But Nigerian jollof is better than Ghana jollof.
What I'm trying to understand is how are we not on the food map? Like, I'm so confused.
So being on the food map
sorry. It's back to the puff puff that you're trying to tell me
so
that it's
every
not owned
country
by
in the world
Africans.
has their version of peppered or tomato rice.
Mm-hmm.
Every single country in the world has their version of what we call puff puff. It's just different. So us saying we own puff puff, we don't own puff puff. Every single country has their version of what we call puff puff.
Okay, but then you now calling it puff puff and it looking like puff puff.
It's to appeal to the Nigerian markets.
Huh?
It's to appeal to the Nigerian markets.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's let's say a white company.
So using the name puff puff, maybe that's jacking.
Yes, using and it's actually the product and it's not owned by Africans or a black person.
It's in Ghana. Puff puff is in Ghana. It has
that's fine now because it's still it's an African dessert or whatever.
What if maybe the chairholder or the CEO is like a Nigerian?
He's not. But anyway, I digress. But my point is, I feel like it's also rampant in Nigeria as well, whereby maybe not dishes, but restaurants, right? Mm-hmm. If you go to, there might be a reason for this, but if you go to restaurants here in Nigeria, you'll notice that a lot of the good restaurants are not owned, in Lagos, are not owned by Nigerians. Yeah. They're run by Lebanese or
people.
or Indians, but they're rarely owned by Nigerians. So what is our problem? Why can't we do this? Or is it that we only know how to do local food and local restaurants? I'm saying this
because I know the story from both sides.
Okay.
So let's assume you want to own a restaurant, eventually you would employ a Lebanese person because their work ethic compared to a Nigerian person's work ethic is different. If I have no idea and I entered a fine dining restaurant run by a Nigerian person, the moment you change to a Lebanese person without telling me, I'll see changes.
You see that? Sure.
So it's business. It's not personal. It's like you want the best for your restaurant. Many Nigerians are good, but generally, out of maybe like 10 Lebanese, also so they studied it in university there. Like they went to school for it, but most Nigerians learn on the job and become good at it. But they studied it, they have experience. Out of 10 Lebanese people in Nigeria that are in this industry, out of 10, 9.5 of them are very, very, very good. Out of 10 Nigerians in this industry, 6 or 5, are good. With Lebanese, I have many friends on both sides. There's rarely any case of theft, mismanagement, this and that. The only thing is maybe racism. Maybe. Not all of them.
Let me just put my hands up to that.
Maybe racism.
The reason why I actually wanted to discuss this as well is because I've never really experienced what's the word? No, it's always it's like discrimination.
Okay.
Right? And in Nigeria, at a restaurant, let's say. And I went to a restaurant with a friend and we were just very dressed down. We just went to quickly run in there. And the guy's really nice, you know.
Restaurant.
Oh, man, I don't feel call this name, yo. I'm not gonna No. That's owned by a Nigerian.
Okay.
Yeah. But this place is owned by a Lebanese person, right? And he was just very like, yeah, you don't have a reservation? And I'm like, yeah, no. He's like, you have to go sit at the bar. And we were like, oh, I don't sit at the bar.
I'm like, wait at the bar.
Yeah. No, he's like, you have to, and then we were like...
Was the restaurant full? So
no, it wasn't. He said the tables for other people. But it was really his tone. It was just like, yeah, okay, like... just go over there.
Call names
and
now.
It was like,
I thought you were calling names.
My friend was really upset. She's from the UK, so she was about to go.
What's the name of the restaurant?
No, I don't want to go there next time.
Beep it.
No.
Call names.
It's in Victoria Island.
There are plenty in Victoria Island.
Well, there you go. But look, my problem was his tone, right? Okay. And it was like, there were a group of people behind us, and they were like... Lebanese, whatever, and he when he spoke to them, he spoke to them very politely. He actually told them to go to the bar as well. Then he got them a table. Okay. And we were still at the bar. He never came to check on us. Like, oh, excuse me, ma'am, do you want to go inside now? There's like space indoors, right? And I just thought, and my friend said, yeah, they're always like that. And I said, no, they're not. She said, yeah, it's just that you've never experienced it because they probably don't treat you like that because you just really came out now. You're just but that's how so he's probably not realizing it's you right now, right? Because I was like, he's usually really nice. And I was like, yeah, I actually saw a girl.
You've gone there many times and that was a bad day.
Yeah. But she was like, no, this is how it is. But my point is now that I now went on TikTok and I saw women talking about how they are treated at restaurants. And even if they don't look like, because there's some restaurants that they'll size you up and be like, you look like you're waiting for your old boy to come and pay your bill.
I have something to say about that.
But so how is it that we are sometimes being made feel like a second-class citizen in our own country? I feel like that is deep. Like I feel like you should not be able to do that. I am a Nigerian. This is my country. If I wanted that, I'll go to the UK. I'll go to the US. You can't be talking to me anyhow in my country. You are a foreigner here. So you need to get it together. And you should just treat everybody with respect. Doesn't matter. But you can't be in my country. Sorry. What's that? Just because of what? And that goes to how they treat staff as well. But, that's the story for another day. So I just wanted to get that off my chest.
So to reply to that, so like 3-4 years ago, I was very, very pro-customer and I did not care about what the owners, like if you must up the customer, I'll drag you. Mm-hmm. But now, I'm hearing both sides of the story. So there was one time I was in a restaurant with the manager, he's Lebanese, and we sat down and we're eating and it was like these people that just entered. They were like 4 young people, and he said, just watch. All they would do is buy maybe 2 Chapman. There were 4 of them. They'll buy just 2 Chapman and maybe 1 plate of pasta or jollof rice. I'm like, that's wrong to size them up. Don't do that. Like, why are you sizing them up and assuming? And he said, just watch. They've never been here before. That they'll come here, spend an hour here, take pictures, and lo and behold, they bought 1 Chapman, 1 bottle of water, and a plate of jollof rice, and they spent 2 hours on that table. Now, if the restaurant was full, they've lost money on that table to big spenders. So when, restaurant owners size people up, it is bad, but 9 out of 10 times when they size people up. So through that, I learned, and he told me the things they used to size people up. And now when I go out, internally, I'm like, this person just watch, like, my +1. I'm not a restaurant owner, but also this person just watch. They'll just buy cocktails, spend 2 hours here, take pictures, and they will leave.
No, we all see. We see certain set of people coming and doing
bad, that. But if you're a restaurant, so 9 out of 10 times they are correct. Then the one time they are wrong. Is when they do it to you, then you now post it and, it's a thing. So, in the past, I was very, very, that is wrong. But now that's... No,
but that's to do with spending money. My problem is not the spending money. My own was the tone in which the tone. Okay. You could have actually been polite. It was very passive-aggressive. I can't defend them on that. I feel like, and they can be very passive-aggressive sometimes. And it's just like, yo, wait, not in my country, you're not going to do that.
For me, I'm aware, I'll change it for them. So, like,
So my friend really wanted to change it for them. I said, no, please. I don't need any drama. Yeah, but I think, anyway, I think it was important to talk about that because I think a lot of women are talking about discrimination against women in restaurants as well. Yeah.
It's mostly women. I don't support it, but I understand why. Because a lot of women who cannot, spend are making the ones that can spend look good. Again, I'm not trying to because women will drag me for this, but it's
they will drag you,
I know the backstory of this, and you women know this, that some women will just go to an expensive restaurant. Some men do it, but it is more women. I'm saying this based on what, I've seen and what they say. Some will go, you get to a private restaurant, so, you're on a date, and then be going around taking pictures, and you'll be showing there, and they will not spend much. And so that's why, if you notice, most of these restaurant rules, even when women own these restaurants, the harsh and strict rules are mostly for women and not men. Even when black women, can I call names of places that?
Yes, now you can
this
call.
This woman, Tea Room, the woman that owns Tea Room, Cafe de Flora and whatever, she's a woman. She's a Nigerian woman. But when she bounces people, she rarely bounces men. She bounces. Now, personally, I don't like her. I don't F with her. You get, but it is women she bounces and not men. So let's ask, why is a woman, a Nigerian woman, born and bred in Nigeria, that travels, why is she bouncing only women? Now, I do not support her. I don't like her, but I kind of understand why.
Yeah.
I will not do it, but I understand why she's doing it.
Yeah, fair. Okay, well, fair. So I guess everybody needs to fix up. I think with customer service in Nigeria is very
boys,
trash.
So they bounce them. So, but, men don't really complain on the internet. They'll just take their L and, idiots, free them.
Right.
Boys that dress in a certain way, they bounce them, so that you cannot enter. They'll just, fuck you, and they'll go somewhere else, and it ends there. So it's both ways. Just women tell their stories more than men.
Yeah, true. But I just think that customer service all round needs to improve.
I 100% agree.
In Nigeria.
But compared to other states in Nigeria, Lagos is 10 years behind
really
many states. I've been to a lot of states. I've been to Borno for food.
Okay.
Only Abuja, Lagos is 10 years, in front, not behind.
Oh, okay.
Of every state,
I was worried.
Forward of every state. After Lagos, maybe Abuja. It's just these two states that have for proper upscale dining. It's just these two states you can go to. Other states, maybe one or two restaurants.
I've been to a state, where getting food was so difficult.
Ondo?
Not Calabar.
I was there
it's they wake up at
I was there February. Was my second worst food experience in Nigeria.
First of all, to even get food is they're very slow. It's just...
Was it a restaurant? Was it a booker?
It was a restaurant. It took an hour and nobody was there. So I was like, what's going on here? They just, I don't know. When I got back, I was telling my driver and he was like, they wake up around 10 there. They're very chilled. I was like, where are the people on the road hustling? Nobody's outside. They're sleeping.
It's an old glory, used to be awesome, it has been of a state. No offense.
Wow,
I love your food,
nobody say I'm talkable.
Well, the states, man. I was there this in February. I was very because there's this Calabar noise. Calabar is this, Calabar is that. And I went there with the energy. Calabar. And I was like, what's happening?
What was it? You go Calabar, nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Even the bad beaches that they say Calabar has, I was looking, I did not see any.
Well,
Calabar is known for having...
Yeah.
I didn't see.
Calabar don't chop breakfast. Yeah, as well. He's
very
okay.
Disappointing.
He's yeah. Moving on. But okay, so for me, right, I feel I smell certain foods. I look at food and I have this nostalgia, and I feel like food can really do that to you, and it's amazing that it can actually do that to you, and it can also do other things like add some kilos to your weight. But how does food make you feel?
Interesting. There are many, if you had asked me 2-3 years ago, food for me was like a new experience because I was exploring different dishes. So food used to be very, very fun for me. Food was like a new girlfriend for me. You get...
People call you a bad man.
Like a new girlfriend. I was traveling to different states. But right now, it's been there, done that.
Oh, so which kind of woman is this for you now?
No,
it's a woman you've been dating for 3 years.
I did not use woman
for 5 years,
this example.
10 years, or you're married to her.
So it's been there, done that now. So food for me is my wife with 4 kids.
That's what I'm saying now. Yeah. Same thing.
I still love her, but it's that excitement.
Now, wow.
Is not there. So, but food is just I want to say business for me now. And I don't like the fact that food is not like a business. Like, I was more happier when I wasn't making much money from food than, I mean, I'm happy generally, but like...
Oh, no, it's true. You're right, because I've asked for your rate card before.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a business now.
No, I mean, not everything is like paid for. Like, out of 10 restaurants, like, people don't know this, but like maybe like six are not paid, and the remaining 6 I bill them.
I always wondered that, actually, food critics. How do you guys do it? Because if you've been paid to come to a restaurant, how do you give a bad review?
No, so that's it. People don't know. I'll just say, oh guys, there's this new restaurant I visited. You guys should visit. I did not.
Oh, but you don't actually go into detail.
I don't go into detail. So if you are paying me, like, I'll let you know that but if maybe I went there and the food is actually good, then I'll give you. But if, it's like a paid stuff, there's this nice restaurant I'll just...
What if it's trash?
Dilly-dally, I'll give you the money back and I'll not. Or I'll tell you to work on it and I'll come back anonymously.
Really?
I do that a lot. I always let them know that if the food is not good, I will not. And even if the food is good for me and my followers buy it and they complain, I'm taking the post down. Because it's me and it's Opeyemi. But if I have a good experience, but I'm getting complaints on the same issue, many restaurants, I'm like, sorry, I'm taking the post down. And yeah.
Oh, that's actually very noble of
Trust
you.
is my value. No, it's not. It's not
I like
noble,
it because some people probably.
I know be a good person. Like, my value is trust. That is the reason why people they trust me. So once I lose that trust for how much for one post, so that's why I don't play with my trust. That's why I care about. I'm very, very I care about my followers, what they think. I don't care about what brands or whatever. Once my followers like me and anything I say they should do, they do. I know people will come. So they are my people. So trust is my value.
That's really good. Then I trust you though. That's why I follow you
thank you.
And I go to restaurants because of you.
Blown.
All right, we have to get into the restaurants.
Oh yeah.
No, please, you have to name your worst. The worst after. Let's name your faves and then the worst.
Changes, but the one that I know the food snobs will laugh at me and they'll say, why am I calling it? But places I've been to the most in the past 2 years or 3 years is Erika Isa. Not because of the call, it's just everything. Every single week. Now. Every single week, I'm not joking, since 2019, when I'm in Lagos, I go to Erika Isa. Last week.
Okay. They're consistent.
And I pay, it's not like free. I was there 4 times last week. I was there yesterday. Again, I paid. I have my
Which
receipt.
one? The one in Ikoyi?
No. I paid the VI one, yeah. Ikoyi is to family-ish. When I'm married, I'll go there. It's still like for the family and whatever. Ikoyi has fine girls there. And good food. So like Erika Isa.
Okay.
There's also Oceans. But Oceans 5 by Rivera.
Okay, I haven't been there yet.
No, you should go there.
Okay.
Carnival is new. I like it. I'm mixed off with them. But Talindo Steakhouse. I know better steakhouses. This black pepper is better, if you ask me.
Where's that?
Black pepper is on the island.
Oh, people always need to... I just got back. They're always looking for where to go.
But some restaurants are not consistent. So some that... Like, there was some in the past that I loved. Like, Eco Hotel.
Were you 10 when you loved that?
No, so when I was 10, so like every Sunday, my family, after church, we'll go for their buffet. Like, it was a tradition. So like, I grew up when Eco was Le Meridian, when they were at their prime. So I grew up loving them. And every year, something was always like, it was just going down. I'm like, I used to love Eco Hotel. Oh
my gosh, you just reminded me of Southern Sun. That was the brunch. After church, we go, my husband was my boyfriend. Like 2014.
Okay, that was...
2014,
was like before. Okay,
no, but yeah, Southern Sun. You see correct people there.
Well, Eco Hotel, then Sheraton Nikeja.
Okay.
Then now, like, this hotel is decent though. This Continental Hotel, the Continental Hotel.
Oh, they're buffet,
yeah. But it's decent, I like it.
Okay.
Therefore, local restaurants, I'll use not Lagos.
Help us now.
Amalaska in Ibadan.
But what's wrong with Amalaska in Lagos?
Amalaska in Ibadan.
Okay, let's continue.
Amalaska in Ibadan. Give them their flowers. There's this place in Port Harcourt. That woman that sells bolly. Like, she's light skin. She dyed her hair. Like,
no, she dyed her hair.
No, like, I've forgotten her name. Like, she has an Igbo name. I like that place. Inquira, Yusuf Inquira is nice. Yo in Abuja is nice. Ondo is a dead state. Yeah. Where else again? Places I've been to in...
What about Ogun State?
Ogun State, God forbid. No, Tambama in Ogun State is... But it's not Tambama, but it's like upscale. It's not street food.
Okay.
Then Adiza Bolongo in Borno and Abuja.
Wait, you haven't had Itoko rice?
What's that?
Itoko in Abeokuta.
Itoko rice.
Yeah. That's the area, but they have...
They only have Ofada. That's like the only pride.
Wait, excuse me?
That's the only pride.
Start again.
Oh, are you not Lagosian?
I'm Lagosian and
So
my mother is.
So for food, the most boring 3 states in Nigeria that I've been to, sadly, number 1, Calabar.
Okay, yes.
Number 2, Ondo. I would not recommend anyone. If I was paid to go to Ondo for another food tour, I'm not going. The number 3 is Ogun State.
And
I've been there 3 times.
Please.
No, Ogun State, they have Iwe-Iroyin Soya. They have place Iwe-Iroyin Alaga.
Yeah, okay, Alaga, yeah.
Alaga is good, but except that, what else again? If you stole 20 million naira, you can't blow it in Ogun State in a weekend.
Some government officials
they blow it in Lagos. There's nowhere to blow the money in Ogun because, like, you can't blow that money in a weekend.
The way you finished, it's okay. Let's move. Leave our state.
Lagos, please don't claim. Don't be claiming.
I'm Ogun Lagosian.
No, claim Lagos.
I'm an Ogun Lagosianite.
I'm from Osun, in Lagos, but it's Lagos I claim.
Okay, so those are your faves and those, and your the worst restaurants.
No, that's the best. Worst restaurant. I usually research before going, so I rarely have bad.
Oh, okay, so you don't really.
I research places.
But there's
a story or two, Shab. I can't remember. Recently, I've not had any bad restaurant. Listen, Calabar, yeah, one restaurant like that. I had the worst Ekman Kuko in Calabar.
I can believe that.
Food. Calabar, yeah.
There's a restaurant that I think I went to last year. Pit Stop.
Lagos.
I think what I had I didn't like. No, but it's not bad. I wouldn't say it's bad. No. I just feel I feel like it was a set menu and I just didn't really like anything that I had yet. But there was
like an event.
Oh my gosh, I think it's coming to me. Noir.
You don't like noir?
I think it's because they didn't have any seasoning in the live thing.
It's a French, okay.
It's French food, yeah. So fine, I don't like French food. So,
so it's like...
So I'm really trying to dig deep.
If you go to a French restaurant, French people don't like pepper.
There's no seasoning, we know. Why are you holding your mouth? I didn't say I don't like noir. I'm just saying like that. But there's somewhere, I'm trying to get it.
I love noir.
But there's somewhere where the food was not really banging. What's that new place in VI that's by Etimin Yang?
Is it the Italian place that... I've not been there yet, but... Yeah.
No, but there's another place I didn't like, but oh gosh, it's on Etimin Yang inside that beer place where they have
Bature.
No, it's not Bature, but it's
Gusto.
Gusto. Why did you look at me like that?
That's why I don't like being friends with restaurant owners.
No, I just didn't like the spaghetti, but maybe everything else is nice.
I can't really say my mind. But they have nice cocktails, Sha.
Yeah,
they have nice cocktails.
Yeah,
I miss the old Opeyemi.
HSE used to be mass, but yeah.
Used to.
But I haven't been there in a while, so...
There are ramen noodles, though. I was there last year. I like their ramen noodles.
Yeah. Okay, that's...
Off
camera, we are getting some reviews.
Do you eat in Bukas and local places?
Yeah. I used to go to White House in Yaba.
Okay.
That's when I just got, when I just landed
White House
on that.
I last had them like 3 weeks ago.
Now. Oh, really?
Yeah, it was utter trash.
And what's that? There was another one on in Surulere. And it's not a liar.
Where?
There's another one. It's Kosache. No, tell me again. Hit me again. There's another one. Huh?
Is Yakoye in Surulere?
Oh, there was you're on the mainland. Yeah.
It's the one on the island I've been to.
No. But White House was a place.
For Mala.
Yeah, Yakoye is good.
Olaya, I said it. Olaya is...
Wahala. What's my favorite restaurant? But you know what I love to eat? Like on
Don't go into
Toasties, Puff Shack, but no. Toasties, they're very consistent.
All my rich friends are good there. I've not been there before.
Let's go. Oh my gosh, we get a toasty. Yeah, let's go now. Yeah.
I know the one in this Awolowo Road.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, where else do I love? Oh my God. Oh, how do we feel about Cali? I love Cali because I love going there.
It's not bad.
I think it's my vibe. I like the sea bass.
You go for food or for like the vibe?
Both.
Yeah,
I like
the
the
food
vibe.
is not bad. I will not slander their food, but it's like some places are not go there for food. It's like
yeah.
The food is not bad. It's just like a vibe.
Yeah.
Enjoy the space and everything. So Cali for me is like that.
Okay.
It is not. I will not slander them. If you want a particular vibe, go there.
Yeah. Slow. How do we feel about Slow?
I've only been there like twice. I think Nigerians will not understand their menu. Yeah, so it's not for every Nigerian. Even if you have money, it's not a money thing. It's for those who know. It's an acquired
taste
as well. Those who understand food. Like Wine Lab now, the average Nigerian will not enjoy Wine Lab. If you don't understand wine, appreciate wine, paying 20k for a glass of wine, why? And they'll say, oh, it's bad, it's expensive, but like you don't understand it. So yeah. Z Kitchen.
Oh yeah, I like Z Kitchen. I love
It
Zia.
was one of my best restaurants in Lagos.
Yes,
there was
Z
a
Kitchen.
time. There was a time. It's still their cheesecake
Their cheesecake
is the best
Oh,
in
do you
Nigeria.
know who used to have the
Quote
best
me.
cheesecake?
It was always Z Kitchen.
Bonsai.
Who's
Like,
Bonsai?
do you know, you people are children.
No, their
How can you tell me
cheesecake.
you don't know Bonsai?
I don't rate you anymore.
We don't rate you. But
Enrique
excuse me, am I that old that none of you know Bonsai
No.
in VI?
is my guy, but their cheesecake. I don't rate you. Nah, don't do that.
Okay, you guys are following my hand now. Maybe I should not
What's
even.
Bonsai? Sounds Asian.
It was near SIP before now. Yeah.
We sip a club.
Yes.
I'm a youth pastor. I don't like indulge in such.
Okay, well, Zenbaden. It's downstairs. It's not a club. It's a lounge. Anyway, Bonsai cheesecake used to be the bomb.
Interesting.
But yeah, and Zia's good as well.
That's the new one, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, you should
Zia
have
is
their
owned by
poke
Z
bowl.
Kitchen. A friend carried me there. He said no.
Flower shop,
Cafe.
French toast,
Okay.
maple.
There was this place, Samantha's Bistro. He used to. She's my guy. Let me not say anything, but I used to love their French toast. I can't say.
So how do
it.
we feel about Flower shop's French toast?
Flies. So
Yeah.
their French pricey but worth it. You won't complain.
Yeah, no, they're French
It's
toast
pricey,
flower
but you won't
shops.
complain.
Yeah, the best.
Priciest restaurants in Lagos. Let's do
Oh,
that.
priciest restaurants in Lagos. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Have you been to
How
Eton?
much is the highest you've spent
I don't.
on
There's
food?
no me that
or that has been spent on food
Oh.
for you, not like a group stuff?
You know,
Yes.
I don't used to pay for it.
Okay, like that they paid for
And
you.
it's rude to check the bill.
Okay. I'm not hearing just like that. Like, I spent this amount.
Yeah,
on
no,
food.
I'm joking. But like, yeah, I mean,
What was the highest you think you've eaten?
no, I'm just
in one
playing. I pay
sitting?
for bills. You know, independent women have time, part time. No, I think with just
you,
myself.
One sitting, like maybe group, but like your own bill. How much was your bill
Yeah, maybe
in
like
Nigeria?
like 100K.
Okay.
Yeah, because have you? Okay, first, have you been to Eton Test Kitchen?
Not yet. It's 200, I think.
Amazing. I
I've
love
not
it.
heard a bad review about that
It's
place.
amazing. Chef Michael Elegbede. Amazing.
So that's like the only fine dining-esque restaurant in Nigeria.
Yes.
Many restaurants that claim fine dining, my nigga, relax. You're not,
Yeah,
you
they're
are
not there yet.
upscale. You're not fine dining. That's the only restaurant that is fine dining-esque. Meaning not fully fine dining,
Yeah,
but like
no.
in the land
Eton
of the
Test
blind is the
Kitchen.
one-eyed man.
No, that
Yeah.
place, I love that place. Anyways, make sure you go to the Puff Shack. Best puff in Lagos. Puff so
You didn't bring
balls.
puff for us.
Oh my.
I'll have done a live
goodness.
review.
Oh my, we will go there.
I'll have,
Me and you.
I'm going
No,
somewhere
please,
else
I
now.
will go big.
No, so
Guys,
No,
we
I'm
are
going to
wrapping
Puff
up the
Shack.
episode.
Not today, Shabo.
But we're going to
I
the Puff
promise you,
Shack.
I owe
Yeah.
you. I'm
Thank
Puff
you
Shack.
so much,
100%.
Opeyemi, for
What's your
coming
best
on.
flavor?
My best flavor.
Yeah, of the puff.
Sin City, cinnamon and sugar.
What? Cinnamon
Cinnamon
and
and
sugar.
sugar, yeah.
Okay.
And
Do you have any,
the
like, chocolates?
Lotus. Yeah, they're like white
Lotus
chocolate.
Biscoff.
Yeah.
Nigerians like that stuff. I don't like it.
Oh, God. Oreos and like
But we
white
have
chocolate.
chocolates,
Yeah.
strawberry. What's your
No,
best seller?
Sin City and Lotus. We want the Oreos as well. But I'll say Sin City.
Why should Nigerians like leave their local puff seller and come to your place?
So it's actually a twist on puff puff. It's not
Okay.
actual just your puff puff that you see on the road.
Okay.
And second of all, we actually fry it using good oil.
Healthy oils.
Healthy oils. And we don't, you can't really manage the hygiene on the road as well.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the batter, the mix is different. We add, a bit of pizzazz. It's not your regular puff puff. It's like if puff puff and a donut had a baby. That's what it's like. Yeah.
Like a cronut, but
Yeah.
puff nuts.
Yeah.
Do you have
Puff
cronuts
nuts.
in Nigeria?
Mm-hmm. So make sure you come. Make sure you come as well.
100%. It's like a store.
Yes,
walking or
store
dining.
in like phase 1.
Dining or just walking?
Road 14 takeaway.
Okay, walking, take away. Okay, no hala.
Yes.
I'll surprise you guys.
Thank you guys for watching another episode of Me, Her, and Everything Else. I hope you are very hungry now. Yeah, I hope you are hungry. Opeyemi has done his job, and I had so much fun. I'm about to go eat. Yeah, I'm going to eat. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
And for those of them who are not following you, maybe they don't want to,
Just Google
put on
me,
weight.
that's all.
Google him and your handle on Instagram.
Google me. No, just Google me.
Opeyemi
I'm talking-
Famakin.
No, don't say it.
Why?
Bleep it. Google me.
He's so just difficult.
Just Google.
All right, bye guys. That was a little tea that we dropped for you there. See you on another episode of Me, Her, and Everything Else. Mwah.